Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony. I'm the Mysterious JG, and we've got a couple of things we could do. We could continue on with the story. What I want to do, just so that I have kind of the option of doing off-screen shit when I don't feel like recording. Traditionally, that's been what I do when I want to drink. In more recent times, that's what I do when I'm going to be in chemo. At home with the home infuser. Fun thing to talk about and think about during a Let's Play, I know. But no, in order to position myself so that I could off-screen and do something beneficial, but kind of don't have to off-screen, I want to showcase some of the... why does it feel so much closer to the street? Like, any of the other safe houses, you feel like you're going into a building and then wandering around for like 20 minutes to find your way. That's an obviously massive exaggeration. And this is just like, nah. I think in real life I would feel perturbed by like having my like bed where I sleep be that few steps from the exterior of the actual building. You know, I live in an apartment complex. My bed is not too far away from my apartment's front door, but like then you open it and you're in an apartment complex, which, you know, in theory, anybody in my complex could be like, you know, just 20 feet away or less from where I'm sleeping, wandering through the halls. But the idea that like the entire world is like 20 feet away from your bed, that would weird me out in real life. In this game, though, it's super handy. Let's go do some drug wars and well, drug wars and club management. I think that's kind of what I want to spend the next couple of videos getting that set up. We keep getting motorbikes on this street, and I think it's really handy because I like them in GTA games. I'm used to them from having played Lost and Damned so recently, and yeah, I think that guy was reckless driving, like the actual guy that I bumped into. You'll see they have people who drive according to traffic laws, and then random NPCs will drive, quote, recklessly. Like the guy who drives the gun van for us drove recklessly as he left the scene. But that guy, it seemed like he was doing that. So let's do drug missions until we've seen like kind of the same drug mission once or twice in a row. Or once in a row. Drug Wars, The Stash. I feel like the first time you do each one, there might be dialogue, and I skipped past it before, and I shouldn't have. Because I thought we would get the same first mission every time, and we really didn't. We always drive.
Coming, man. I'm on board, bro. Let's go.
Calculating route. Please make a U-turn.
Yeah, this will be the same one that we did for the first time last time. Sorry, the one that we did, and then our car blew up.
She'll collect some nice product. Oh, it's real easy for you, ain't it, Al? You just show up and come along on the job. You know how much work it's taking to get the info to set this shit up?
Yeah, don't care.
Stick up, CC. Fine with shit. Let me take a guess. You bribed the junkie, and he gave up the stash right away. These stick-ups are where we actually risking our lives, bro.
That's right, bro.
No, not quite.
Brother.
Fucking know it all.
Big man.
Up ahead, we just about there.
Okay, well, they they noticed us pretty quick this time. Trying to use my pistol because I thought I could get some cool headshots, but you get in the right range for headshots with the pistol, you do well. So a guy is in the oh, these are the bridging. These are the... So you okay, so you are alive after all. I guess those were the buyers, because they showed up late for the party. Got it finally. Oranobu, I'm a psycho? What?
Let's get this shit out of here while we can.
So we don't have to take the vehicle they came in. And this vehicle may be a bit tougher. But I think our real best strategy is to... Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a pursuit vehicle. Let's take it out. Okay, we got multiple pursuit vehicles. Let's take them all out. Oh, I guess our friends could have died there. That would have been bad. Come on, guys. So there's a danger to this shotgun. You're up close and personal, blowing up vehicles, and your friends might not shelter as well as you do. God damn, that text on the bottom left is, or bottom right is so much easier to read. Like, I wasn't even registering it was there in Lost and Damned, whereas here I'm like, oh yeah, street names. There's probably going to be exceptions, but I'm thinking that's the best way to do these missions. Take out the pursuit vehicles rather than actually trying to flee, because they were doing so much damage. My allies were... There was just no way they were going to actually take the pursuit vehicles out.
Man, I'm gonna party so hard with this money.
I thought for a minute there was actually... Okay, well, I'm going to assume that, yeah, we're close enough to just drop this off now. Yes, don't stop and party with the drugs, guys. Come on.
Finally, bro. We're gonna get paid.
Paid!
See you later, degenerates. Be easy.
Alright, so we had like 10 grand. What do we got now? I'm just curious how much we're getting per... See, it shows, but it's like... It's up there for like a quarter of a second. Looks like we got about 3 or 4 grand, though. I know I said... No, the 8 grand. What the hell am I doing? We had like 10-something grand, and now we're at 18. So, if that's even... Unless I was way off with how much we had when we started. This, yeah, clearly this is... I don't even know if it's really worth doing a bunch of these to unlock Whoppets. Drops, because the Whoppet drops we're going to get are... They're always going to be Whoppets we can buy. Like, we can't win... It's not like some of the earlier GTA games. Like, if you went and got hidden packages, you could get access to weapons before the story would normally have given you access to those weapons. In this game, it's like, well, no, the weapon drop won't appear if you haven't progressed far enough in the story for it to be available to you through other means. It just becomes free. But we're making so much damn money with this. If I didn't completely mess up what our starting amount was and misfigure this, we're making so much money off of this that it's like, why, by the time we've done enough of these missions to get those free weapon drops, we've also earned, like, stupid amounts of money, which I'm fine with. Because, again, this is completely optional. It's something to do on the side for funsies. So, I'm trying to even remember, what was the mission that we did? We did a mission where we had to go... Like, hijack a car? I can't remember now. I feel like an idiot, but I'm already blank. This is the day after the videos I recorded. The last 3 videos I recorded were all yesterday. This is about 24 hours later, and I've kind of forgotten I remember doing that exact mission we just did and failing because our car got blown up. But I've kind of forgotten how the mission that was successful went down. Anyway. But I think broadly speaking, the missions are supposed to be a little bit... They're kind of unforgiving with the difficulty in some of the missions in this DLC because they expect you to have beaten the vanilla game, but they also give you some really good whoppets to work with. Because this shotgun is... That was shredding vehicles. Like, crazy powerful, this shotgun. So I'm not sure I can be bothered to get armor before we attempt another drug deal mission. And we've got another one up here. Drug Wars, kind of more or less where their plot missions were supposed to be originating. It might be that the plot missions, or that they have different ones, and like, they recycle, like the last one you did stops being active, so you have to switch to a different one, but maybe, I mean, if we look at the map, but the one we're at, 2, 3, 4, maybe there's a unique style of drug mission at each of these places. And I know that like you can do up 50 before you stop getting any reward. So I would venture to say that if you do like the enemies will get tougher, they'll get better weapons and there'll be more of them, but like the actual general nature of the mission might not change. Probably should have gotten a fresh vehicle though, since this has been shot up. The convoy. We got a great big convoy. Ain't it a beautiful sight? It is full of drugs. Show cowboys. The erotic awakening of cowboys. Looks like we do get a fresh vehicle every time, never mind.
I'm on board, bro. Let's go.
I'm actually not even just on board, I'm in the driver's vehicle. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. We had to steal a vehicle. I kind of remember that now.
We're chasing a moving target. Guys are taking a shipment across town. Hey, I don't need no kicks. I deal with that shit from the driver's seat. We need any running done? You're the man for that. Figures, bro.
You're the running man.
You can't run on them massive hamon legs anyway.
No, man, you're the running man. I mean, you refused to shoot at innocent, unarmed protesters while piloting your helicopter, and then were falsely, you know, charged by the evil fascist government of the future, and put in a futuristic game show where you had to... You've seen The Running Man. If you haven't, stop watching this LP right now. Go watch The Running Man. What the hell's wrong with you?
My mother's gonna kill you if I die in a car crash.
Some of the best acting ever.
Yeah, doing dope deals until you get shot or sent down is like paradise. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll wear a dress next time. Make you feel at
He's
home.
got to get...
I pray to see.
Luis is pretty patient with it, and maybe... Yeah, sometimes with your people you've known a long time, you just have to put up with their foibles, but I'm getting annoyed at how frequently this guy mentions, hey, Gay Tony's gay, and I don't like it. It's kind of coming up a lot. So presumably they make it fairly easy to hijack the vehicle. I mean, they don't expect us to shoot it up, do they? I would assume if the vehicle gets shot up, the drugs are destroyed in this version. Yeah, you're supposed to steal the vehicle. That's not always that easy in this game, because you have to do something to get the driver to abandon the vehicle without actually damaging the vehicle to the point where it could blow up. So that can be tricky. Oh, Kanye West just got mentioned in the... That's right, because it used to be okay to like Kanye West. I never liked Kanye West one way or another. I don't listen to that music very much. I didn't have an opinion about him before I found out all these people were freaking out because...
Let's get these folks heads.
Can we just shoot up the driver, maybe? I mean, nothing seemed to be happening except that the car was taking damage. So I stopped. Okay, so I don't know what I was meant to do there. I had the drug vehicle in a real bad, like I had a drug vehicle where it was kind of at our mercy, and the driver wouldn't get out. My allies just kept shooting it in a way that made it pretty clear to me that things were not going to go well. I'm trying to find a more, oh god, there's got to be a more efficient way to get there than that, right? I don't have to be on the frickin'. I mean, come the fuck on. I have to go all the way around on the highway and come back. Like, there's got to be a way to use the local roads. There we go. Stop touching the little one. This isn't. Oh, never mind. It's just, it really just wants me to go on that road, doesn't it? Alright, I'm changing the station only because I'm less certain about what... It seems like the dance studio station has been pretty forgiving about copyright strikes. Now, I haven't heard every single song on it. We could come across something. Maybe the way copyright strikes work has softened. I'm coming across... Like, Aerosmith has a song on the soundtrack. There's a couple of other songs that... you know, there's more than one thing going on here. Part of it is that I think YouTube, whether it's by their own effort or something that was forced on them by the actual owners of this music, false music right claims are getting less and less common. And the actual people who own the rights to this music are usually kind of seem to be okay with it being used in this context. But like, there's a lot of things where I'm getting a copyright strike, and then it says, you know, current restrictions on video none. So it's like, okay, their software recognizes that this is copyrighted music owned by such and such music distributing group, but that group currently doesn't have rules against people using it on YouTube in, I don't know if they can tell it's coming from a game or whatnot. And then there's at least one, there's this Aerosmith song, whoever owns the rights to that is blocking its usage in Russia and Belarus, which would appear to be some kind of, I don't use the word political, make it sound like they're being petty in some way, but yeah, that's a specific decision made by some company that doesn't support what Russia and Belarus are currently about, and I would throw my, yeah, I'm kind of cool with that. Like, I don't have anything against Russian and Belarusian people who want to listen to my Let's Plays, but I don't know how many there are, and I totally get not wanting to support those countries. What was my point? I guess my point was, anytime now I could suddenly have all my stuff pulled down, but so far the vast majority of music strikes in this game are just leading to, hey, we know this music's copyrighted and we're okay with it for now.
You have arrived.
But there were one or two songs like 99 Luftballon in Vice City, which just, they wanted to blow my fucking channel up if I let that song be used, so the stick up. And we'll get a fresh version of the same car we're driving for the stick up.
I told you he was dependable, eh?
A-hole.
Good to see you guys, man.
Yeah, see, now we got to hear that. This is something where we got information the protagonist didn't get. That doesn't happen too much in the GTA games. But we got to find out that the, quote, single-digit IQ guy, they've hinted at the fact that he's not as angry with us as A is. But A has been kind of up in our shit a lot.
Or maybe we could rip them off. Take the money and the product. Sounds simple enough. Old school shit.
Same old shit, same old shit, same old shit. Jojo's going down. Remember the rival getting out the stash, take them out, take the stuff. Seems pretty simple.
Sure, man. We rolling on shit. Why wouldn't I be cool? Fair enough. We nearly on them.
Alright, so let's keep the car. They apparently are in the, they're in the club, I guess. Seems like a real good way to get ourselves permanently banned from this club. Also, I didn't quite mean to park that far away. I don't know if we're fighting the Lost or the Angels, but there's some biker shit going on here. Okay, well that's the step. I guess. How did it, I'm not sure why everyone caught on fire. I don't think I did that, but. All right, boys. Car's way over here. I know I'll get in trouble if I permanently abandon them. I don't know how far away I get before the computer considers I've abandoned them, but to me it makes sense of going back for the getaway vehicle.
Come on, now!
Okay, I was trying to figure out who the hell's after us. Okay. I probably shouldn't have gotten back in the vehicle at all. Don't run over there. You're going to get blown up. Man, he's adorable friend, I gotta say. Somebody's still shooting at us, though. Not sure what happened there. With the gun sounds. Like, I kept hearing gun sounds after the point where I thought all resistance was killed. There's an explosive version of the shotgun ammo, but I didn't think we had it yet. So I'm not sure exactly how everyone got set on fire. If it was what one of them did, they threw a Molotov, my hat's off to them. They're a lot more useful as allies than most of the support you get. I guess, like, these guys may be better than Terry and Clay, who are clearly better than Dwayne's warrior thugs who accompany you in GTA4 Vanilla, because...
We don't seem to get past this crazy shit, do we? What else we gonna do? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm a moron and you a crazy psycho. So what hope is there for us?
Good point. Alternate city with text was in green instead of pink for some reason. Are they different sexualities, these roads? I don't know. Are they genders? Are these roads gender fluid? I'll say, yeah, we didn't use Dwayne's thugs in GTA 4 much, but... And maybe they were better than I remembered, but I remembered from the old days playing that you couldn't bring them on story missions, and there really wasn't ever a lot of point using them anywhere else. There's Mr. Fucks, the Chinese restaurant. Guess maybe we're not as angry with the Chinese as I thought, or that's like a Korean restaurant. Oh, it's Koreatown. Okay, this might be Koreatown. I saw rounded Asian characters. That usually means Korean in my mind.
The guy from downtown ain't completely worthless. See you later, degenerates. Be easy.
Right, yeah, this is not probably 100% accurate at all. Okay, I thought the game just crashed. Korean food catering, so that's confirming it, that this happens to be Korean. But no, my rule of thumb is if I see Asian-looking characters, but there are rounded shapes in it, I figure it's from Korean. I can kind of tell Japanese writing from... Well, it's common for nerds to know a lot more about Japanese culture than other international cultures, and certainly more about it than I do. There's more than one written script in Japanese, and the simplified common Japanese script, there's actually a few specific characters I recognize because many years ago, right before going on vacation in Japan, I took a brief run at learning some Japanese, all of which I've forgotten, and I wasn't ever that really committed. It's not like a major effort got made. But oh well, okay. Guess that guy had friends who wanna shoot me now. Oh, PCJ, this might be worth holding on to. Once I get back to base. Return to base. Reform our ranks.
Please make a U-turn while safe. Please proceed to highlighted route.
But
Left.
there's more than one written Japanese script, and I can never remember what like
Yards.
katakanji, hiraganji, whatever the fuck. The one that's like the more simplified one is kind of I can recognize some of them, and just the level of complexity. There's a simplified and traditional Chinese script, and the traditional Chinese script is very intricate. Got a lot of lines, but like the general shapes, so a lot of angular shapes.
20.
Lots of squares and rectangles divided up in different ways. Whereas Korean has the round shapes. This is the extent of what I have observed over the years. So like all I'm saying is I can't read any of the languages, but like I will have like, you know, more than a coin flip chance of being able to tell which language it's in. Unless you start throwing in stuff like, wait, Vietnamese is a language too, and then I'll be like, oh fuck, I forgot about that, and I'll have no idea how to tell. But Korean in particular has a pretty distinctive look. I don't think any of the other Asian languages look like Korean when written out.
You have arrived.
So I think this is just like Tony's car. Although actually, you know what? Deciding which of these... Yeah. I can't think of a particular special reason we want this. Other than it would be kind of in character for us to be driving it, because it's like a sweet, you know, high-class coupe. But that big pickup seems like, oh, you want a high-powered vehicle with some hit points for a specific mission? Good. And the PCJ is more like, I always like to have a super sweet motorcycle around because I like driving them in this game, and it's useful to have them around. Let's throw down a save. I should probably get some armor. I think what we're finding out here is that I could keep doing these missions. And I don't know. The problem is I'm going to sit down and record 3 videos today. So there's not a whole lot of point in me asking you guys for feedback, because the next 2 videos are going to be in the can before the earliest time anyone could possibly provide feedback. But I think I'll do some club activities next time and just like assume that maybe there's not too much left of interest to do with the drug deals on screen. There'll be little bits of dialogue here and there, but I don't know how many missions deep we get in before that recycles, so there's not a whole lot of point in trying to capture it all. And beyond that, if I'm doing it off screen and stuff that's worth reporting on comes up, I'll just tell you about it later. But so far, like, they've all had interesting shit happen. Like, you know, I don't know how, but somehow all of the, like, there was a whole bunch of enemies expecting a big, long gunfight, but somehow everyone we were fighting against caught fire, possibly because of what our allies did. That was pretty sweet. And it seems like the main thing, though, is that a lot of them seem to be structured around you fleeing for pursuit vehicles, but it seems like, so far at least, the best idea is always get out of the vehicle, pull out that fucking monster shotgun that we have, and destroy the pursuit vehicles while we're all parked. That seems to be the way to go. So next time, I think we'll do club activities just to see what they're about. And that's another one. I glanced at the fact, and it's like, oh, there's like 30 different club scenarios that could come up. It seems like something where, I don't know, if I was live streaming this game, I might just go through all that stuff and people could watch all of it. But I have to decide how much of it is going to be worth showcasing, because I could have a lengthy series that includes like many videos of managing the club to see what happens. But I think we're going to find a couple of kind of repetitious things that come up and aren't worth showcasing. and that it might be more of a enjoyable viewer experience to stick on with story missions. Not real sure. I'll try to find the best balance I can. I appreciate you guys' love, support, and patience as we together, as a family, try to figure out the most bestest possible way to Let's Play Ballad of Gay Tony. Bye for now.